So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you're watching us from. This is Shelter Electricity Podcast. I want to welcome you to another section of this podcast where we learn, discover, and invest rightly in the real estate space. I see the name my humble self, Kenny Olada Femidish, managing partner at Shelter Electricity. Shelter Electricity promised to give you the best in the year 2025, and we also want to appreciate you for your trust. Your trust has actually given us industry accolades in recent time, and we want to promise you that we'll do more better in this industry to tell you more about real estate. And today we'll also be looking at one intriguing topic, what everybody needs to know about real estate. And today we'll be looking at a topic which says how property development is transforming Nigeria neighborhood. So with me today, I have a renowned developer who has been in the industry for decades. He has actually done a lot of projects in Lagos, and one of the projects he's working on, we're actually checking it out today. And he's no any other person than Mr. Alabi Olawale Olakipo, the NTCEO MOA. You are welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, good afternoon. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm very well. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm really excited.
Thank you, sir. Hope you are ready for us to discuss this intriguing topic.
Yes, there's been a lot of noise over the last 2 weeks about real estate in Lagos, so let's shed some light. Let's talk.
Okay, that's nice. So today we are looking at how property development is transforming our neighbor. And Bill Longbos just said now, in the social media space, a lot of things a lot of people are commenting me about how real estate is popping up in Nigeria, the value of real estate, and also a lot of things going up, which I think a lot of our viewers need to understand what is actually contributing to this development in Lagos. In fact, some people even go to a point comparing places like US to Nigeria, places like South Africa to Nigeria. But for me, I think value is the most important thing, and not just the location. Location can be there, but the value you are deriving or you're getting from a property actually will say more about the property. So what is your view generally about developments in Nigeria or in Lagos?
All right, so let's narrow it down to Lagos, since all the noise has been about Lagos. Yeah. And first off, I'd like to let everybody understand that there are a lot of factors that come into play to determine how much a developer decides to sell. And again, our realities are not the same. The realities in Nigeria is different from what you see in other parts of the world, especially with these comparisons. And for me, in my background, I've been on all 3 sides involved in this discussion. I've been a buyer, I've been a seller, and again, right now, I'm a builder. So I've done the full cycle in real estate development. So on the developer side, you need to understand that real estate sector in Nigeria is one of the most difficult sectors to get funding from. So if you're thinking that developers have these houses overpriced, you need to ask yourself, how did they get the money to build these developments? We've not even started talking about inflations and all the Nigerian factors. For you to get money to do projects in Nigeria, you have to, most of the time, rely on high interest loans. And that's what people do not talk about a lot. So when I see these discussions, and it pains me that the so-called professionals in the field are supposed to answer these questions are not really saying the things they're supposed to say.
But are you sure they are not actually saying it?
I haven't heard anybody talk about how costly it is for us to source for funds to build these days. They're only talking about the land is 1 naira, what you put on it is 2 naira, so why are you coming up with 3 naira? I'm taking a loan that is almost as high as 40% to do a development. After doing these loans, I said I took up my markup on it. And we have not even talked about what it costs to build a Lagos State. I'm not talking about materials. You know very well that you cannot start a project in Nigeria in January, do all of your calculations, and still stay within by December. It is almost impossible in the country. So yes, our crises too much. Some of them are crazy, I agree. But most of the time, I think what people should ask themselves is, how can you give us help? I think that when everybody is ready, the developers, the buyers, and everybody will face the right direction with the right questions. Government needs to come to our help.
Do you think you said something now that when people are ready, they need to ask for help? Is there anything you feel you as a developer, you can do to help it meet this direction?
My first problem will be to defend us a little bit more. We will not just sit down and let everybody keep saying things. We need to also speak up. We need to let people hear our side of the story. You understand? Yes, like I say to people, Lagos State real estate is, I think people have my F for this one. But I like to say that it is the only legal in this country. It is the only place where you can be and do whatever you want to do. It is not very regulated. But at the same time, most of us we hear all of these discussions and the people at the top just shut up and they don't say anything. But somebody needs to come and tell everybody outside and say, look at this project, look at my books. This is what it really cost us. How do we finance it? Again, I reiterate, I'm taking a loan. Banks will not give me what you know. Yeah. So I need to go to individuals and I need to source for this money in some places that are not very funny. And for every million, in some cases, I could pay as much as 300 to a million, 300,000 to a million. You understand? So I have to balance my books. It is not an NGO. And when I say help should always come from the government. Government is one with the purse that is unlimited. If government comes to our aid, and I know it's changing this year, with this present government, they've done a couple of things with the housing funds and all of those things, but make funds available to us. Relax some of the laws in Lagos State. To get documentation for properties in Lagos State can be killing.
Yeah, but I feel the proper documentation also has to be done because a lot of things happens to a lot of the best of wizards, which because of property that are not worth it. So I think that's the face Lagos State is doing actually now. Or you think you're not being sure that
we will do the documentations. We are not afraid to do the documentations. The talk is the cost of documentation. There is the one, and there are a lot of unactivities going on. So there's what you pay and there's what you do on the side too. So by the time, before you even before you lay the first block on site, I kid you not, most times you spend 30-40 million. I will not even dog the ground.
At this morning, are there something recorded that you can verify? Because if you cannot verify it, then why do you have to go ahead and pay them? It's something that I think you should be able to get a receipt for.
Yes,
verify a payment.
Again, illegal. They are the ones that are then the receipts will show, and they are the ones that the receipts will not show.
So the ones that the receipts will not show, because I feel if you're paying for something and the receipt is not showing, so how do you want to justify the payment you are paying? Is there no other way you can maybe try to report these people or report them to law enforcement agency? Because I feel, all this payment you're talking about as well is something that you have to incorporate in your final periods, in your final price. And at the end of the day, all those prices will go up. But do you know that people are not saying all those things you're paying? But people are making it to look like, developers are bringing huge amount of money and this. But I feel there is still there for you, developers, to come together and also speak out in this aspect for people to know those money you are paying that are not recorded. Or also doing that.
Well, in defense, there is a real estate developers association of Nigeria. We recently had an election last year, and I think this year is going to be better than the years before. The people in charge now, they are really vibrant people, suburban intelligent people who have good intentions. So I believe that they will give a voice to our plight. You understand? And you said, could we report these things? I don't know who to report to. And again, I do not want to start casting and pointing fingers. You understand? I'm still building. I have not said I gave anything, but I'm telling you that these are cases that happen. You understand? So the body of this price, of this cost, will be transferred to somebody. So eventually, it is the badass. And again, don't forget, we've only spoken about what factor alone. I've not even talked about the uncertainties and inflations that affect everything. We started the project in December last year. On my first week of construction, we bought cement at about 9,001. A weekend after, 3 days, cement was 9,500. Rebar, That's reinforcement. Went up at least 70,000 naira each on every toilet or higher. How do we explain those things? Yes, we need to. There needs to be another body that monitors how the price stays. I agree to that. Because a lot of time, most of us are guilty of not applying the standard processes of pricing. We just put up prices. But again, I said government, us, and everybody that is buying. It's a triangle. Everybody needs to come together to find a solution. Until that is done, houses will still be costly Lagos. And again, we need to embrace technology. We need to think out of the box to find smarter ways to build that reduces cost. There has been a lot of research about these things, but again, we have not gotten there yet.
Okay. So let me also ask you this. Of recent, there was a question that was raised. And if you look at Nigerian economy, which we believe that Nigerian economy actually contributes to a lot of things in Nigeria, there is nothing you want to do in Nigeria today that if you don't look at the economy, you can actually put success in it. And recently, we can see that dollar is coming down rapidly.
Yes.
And we are also praying that the federal government will do their match the way they used to do it. And the dollar will come back to, let's say, about 500 naira. And this is a question. If dollar comes down to 500 naira today, it will actually affect a lot of things, including price of cement, the price of iron, the price of commodity, and there will be one insertion.
Okay, wait.
We don't have bulls.
Have you met Nigerians? Have you met us? If my neighbor starts a project when dollar is 500, and he sees and he knows that I started mine at 1,006, in Nigerian in us would not make most likely, I can tell you, if my neighbor brings down his price, the difference would not be enough for my quality to not make them buy at a higher price. A Nigerian person would want to maximize profit, and instead of adjust to the realities of ground. A lot of us would just feel like, okay, well, I build it cheaper. Make I sell at the high price, then they make money.
Yeah.
You understand? And that's the first question you ask us. If I started building at 1,600 per dollar, naira to dollar, your question was, if it comes down to 500, would I reduce my price? Again, how much of my project had I built before that mini came down? You understand? If we started at the beginning, yes, we can look at it, but if I've done 80% of my project and I'm finishing with 20% at 500 naira, there's nothing I can do. I'm selling absolutely. What I got into the market at is what I'm getting out free. Absolutely understand.
Yeah. So, okay, let's talk about this projects. You have a project going up correctly.
Yes.
Which I think to be one of the best projects you have done so far.
Yes, so far we are progressing. We have some things that yes.
So can you tell us more about the scope?
So Marcelo's apartment. So Marcelo's is 2-bedroom flats apartment in Lekki Scheme 2. And Lekki Scheme 2 is just by Ajanfie. And it's a project we're really, really excited about because it answers a lot of questions that we've challenged ourselves with. So for us, we've always wanted a case where everybody, young person especially, can own a home without breaking their back. And with Marcelo's apartment, we feel that it offers the opportunity to get into prices have gone up. You don't have to start looking for your 130 million but to buy a property when you can buy a flat, a well-built flat with everything that you need in it and still be able to read at 60 million. And we have a gym plan inside the compound and also a swimming pool so that you can balance life and work properly.
How many years do you have in this, Marcelo?
12 units.
Just so.
Yes, just 12 units. 2-story building, ground plus 2.
So how many car parks do you have for each of your apartments?
Good. Lagos standard. Lagos listed it was at 2 car parks per apartment. So we had 24. Yes, dedicated.
So how do you think this property contributes to the developer that build out there?
Lekki Scheme 2 is already developed. It's a well-developed place. sadly, is one of those bold lines. One of those places where everybody pays attention to. Or if you look at how Lekki Scheme 2 has appreciated the prices over the last 6 years, we will be blown. Yeah, that's it. You know, 6 years ago, a plot of land at Lekki Scheme 2 was about 10 million naira. That we paid 140 million. Million? Yes, rental value, new 2-bedroom is 3 million, 3.5 million in Lekki Scheme 2. So, again, it's a neighborhood that is well developed. And I tell people this, like a lot of people do not know. Lekki Scheme 2 is one of the few places on the island that has its own fire station. Yep. You see? So yes, we are developed already. So what we are doing is making sure that we do not deface, we do not bring down the beauty of that neighborhood by building right and building wrong.
So how spacious is this apartment?
Our 2-bedroom flat on the ground floor is about 85 square meters in total on the ground floor. And you know that as you go up, we have opportunity to expand in it. Because of vacancy, yes, etc. So that's really spacious for that price. Yeah.
So does it come with a bus spotter?
No, it is no boy spotters. Again, we do not want to sacrifice car parking, cramp up the whole space for a boy spotter that nobody will be able to live in. But again, it is 2 bedrooms and suites, a visitors toilets, and of course the kitchen is fitted to a reasonable level. And that is the normal oven, microwave, the heat extractor.
The gas cooker burner.
Exactly.
Oh, that's nice. So if you're looking at these apartments, is this something that we think is going to be serviced? And what is the number of service you're making up providing for? Yeah.
The idea is to provide 100% service. Because again, do not forget that Lagos State, there are rules about noise pollution in Lagos State. So to be able to maintain and control the noise level, it is ideal for us to service in the likes of power, at least. Provide power, cleaning, and other services to be provided. And again, that neighborhood is ideal for people who necessarily would not want to bother themselves with power issues. And again, we've had a couple of people who have asked us that they would like to use it for air gun. So 100% and 24 hours power is one of the things they require of us. So yes, 100% saves.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. Where you stop? You said people are asking for Airbnb. Yes, I think that's the most common business in United States space now.
In stages December, I forgot to say it. Kid forgets it. Most of the beaches on the island right now, those ones that you do not have to first travel 45 minutes on boats, they are within 5 to 10 minutes of Lekki Scheme 2 at the moment.
Yeah.
So, and everybody wants to be in these locations, even when it is not the holiday period. So, Lekki Scheme 2 is, if you want life, if you want to enjoy Lagos, you want to enjoy what makes Lagos to Lagos, the water ball. So, Lekki Scheme 2 is very appreciated. So, that's one of the reasons that people are beginning to ask for it as a short-term public Airbnb.
Yeah, I know. So, but I'm very sure that Ajah is not, let me say, Lekki Scheme 2 is not the migrant vacation in Lagos. So, are these only the main reason why you choose Lekki Scheme 2 to be there?
No. The first reason we chose Scheme 2 is because you need to understand what a skill is. And you need to know where the skills in Lagos are. Everybody know the very popular Lekki Fiswa. That's the first one along this place. And I would like people to cast their minds back to where they grew up. Their towns. Everybody know, we all know these GRAs, government reserved areas here. So Lekki Scheme 2 is a Lagos GRA. It's an area developed by Lagos State government by themselves and allocated to Lagos State's chosen people as early as 1999. Yeah. So the main reason we chose Lekki Scheme 2 is because there are no fears of demolition or government's encroachments or any government issues in the future.
Because it's well planned.
It is planned, not well planned. It is government planned and allocated. And you will see this by the sizes of the lands too. And when you're talking about titles, like we spoke about documentation, it takes you 5 days to verify a property like it's true. You understand? 5 minutes. So yes, if you want to buy something or build somewhere where you are not running helter-skelter, wondering if they are going to demolish it today or next tomorrow, find familiar with government schemes. At least buy from legacy.
Yeah, well, I think I will give it to you because that makes you a visionary developer. Because a lot of developers are actually building their purposes. People buy, but the most important thing that they need to consider, which has to do with title and others, are not being considered. But for you building as let this game to with this vision, automatically you're saving yourself from a lot of stress, you're saving yourself from a lot of time, and also you are helping people to build their future.
Now, don't forget, I was a seller before I started building. I've been on both sides. I've had to deal with angry subscribers. At some point, I stopped dealing with irregular big names in the industry because we sold lands that were never allocated. We sold houses that got demolished. So I made it a personal thing that for me, that's not going to be the case. You will not build in any place where the government will, where you will have skipless tight. You will not have to deal with neighbors from over here. And the government is not going to break anything. And that is why for all of our building right now, you will see all of our monies. We free everything. Material testing, you will see results for our reinforcement. Our concrete, our butter, you see our test results. Our water, you see. You will see that we've paid Lagos everything that Lagos are not supposed to pay. So they will not demolish and we're building right. Again, I'm a seller of peace of mind.
Which is very important. Because a lot of people, they are just after the money.
Their money is good, but peace of mind
is very, very more important. You can sleep and wake up at your own pace. So it doesn't really add to the story and all, right? So I think you're doing the best in the industry, which I think all developers, we also have to emulate. And probably where you guys to a meeting, you have to speak this to them so that they will understand what real estate means and how we can add this piece of money. It's not all about having the...
And there's a couple of, first, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And there are a couple of us, the younger ones, at least we are striving to do the right things. Maybe by the time we command a good share of the market, so we'll be able to enforce the changes that we want to see in the industry. But I know we got everything is possible.
Okay, so let's go back to these your products. There are some things that I'm going to also ask. In terms of pricing, I think you are also saying that the price of products is about 60 million, 60 billion. Do you have a flexible payment that because looking at what the economies say to be is very hard for people to cover 60 billion naira, and those of you to you honors it. So do you encourage low income earners, medium income earners just to also part of the year?
Yes. So the target, like I said, is we want to try to get everybody into the apps as much as possible, as much as we can give. It's the first price, 60 million. And payment plan, yes. We have payment plan up to 12 months. And the reason we cannot do more than 12 months, because I have a feeling you will ask, is because, again, I cannot really plan with the situations in Nigeria beyond a stated number of months if I don't want to get into trouble. So yes, you have payment plan that's purchased from 0 to 12 months. For the first 9 months, it is interest free. Do you understand? So yes, we encourage people who are medium earners to get into this project. By maybe over time, maybe next project, if we have the right help and assistance rather, maybe we would now look at people who are on the bottom of the table, see what we can do at that point. But the will make, yes, medium earners can subscribe.
Okay, so don't you also think it should be wise if we can also partner with Mookie Park to help people to acquire it?
Yes, we have talks with some mortgage banks. But again, you need to understand that to get money from mortgage bank is almost as difficult as the picker passing, letting the camel pass through a needle in the needle high. Mortgages in Nigeria right now is almost for the set of people.
So, but well, I think it will also be better if we can have this conversation because I still believe that some people still go through the mortgage and they are doing well with it. And that will also help you to also do because the truth of the matter is this 12 units you're doing is very small. doing everything we're doing, as far as this college is concerned, we're in peace of mind. Is the facilities we're getting all these that what you're only looking at is you're only targets swap this pole making up.
Like I said, with the right assistance, we will do well. We know there is a housing deficit, but it is one step at a time. At the moment, you do not want to commit to a project that we will not be able to deliver. You understand? We have work, which is key. I do not want to do something that will not deliver. So, for us, it is we plan our projects by year. We set a time frame of about 18 months, and we intend to always try to finish them before that period. So, Marcellus is a 12-month project, and that is why 12 months for 12 days. And when we are done with that, hopefully, if we had the right assistance and capacity, trust me, we'll do a little bit more than that. But again, we are not. The company is not planning to be 500 units of anything at the moment. That is not in our 2-3 years plan.
Yeah, I think that's better so that you not shoot yourself at the end of the day and you not be able to deliver, because I know that's what actually killed a lot of people. They feel when I am start this, that I can go about 500 units, 600 units. Still, I would not mention leaks. Every day, they are so serious, and some of them are probably able to pay. Right? So, but with this now, you said you have a 12-month plan, and what level are you at?
We're in our second month of construction, and we are about to begin the first slab, popularly known as decking. For the ground floor, yes, for even the first floor. Yes, that's what we are. Right?
So that means by early next year, little over right?
We started in December. So the plan is to hand out keys by October, November this year.
And that's
yes, provided force majeure.
That's very so okay. You have 12 months payment plan with initial deposit of 24 million.
Yes, speaking 24 million.
Okay, so and you can spread the rest for 12 months.
Yes,
right.
Let me answer a question I feel people might ask me when I'm not there. You say medium earners, mid-range earners. I see you from here. So for us, it is important for everybody to. We're not outrightly relying on money that we bring in to construct. But we know well enough from experience that when you put down 5 billion and you expect the house built in 12 months, it will not be done. So we intend to do as much as possible at the beginning to be able to fight the inflation issues that might come up in the future. And so that is the reason for the choice of 40% initial payment, which is 24 million.
All right, so that's good. I think this has actually enlightened a lot of people concerning what real estates and how your pull test to develop the label, which especially Kajad, but I made up when they come at that. But for now, I think that there is now one of the more developed locations that people are looking up to buy properties. And even at that stage, I know properties again for as far as I was 3 million.
I have 5 for that. I make bold to say this. One of the best spaces in Lagos. In Lagos, one of the best planning, beauty is Royal Gardens Estates.
Are you making a pass from that?
I don't know them. I'm just studying it. I'm just studying it.
Maybe you have the property regarding.
No, we do not. But the truth is, people refuse to say these things. They just say Aja and they make it look like the ski end of the world or is somewhere that is underdeveloped. Yeah. But one of the best places in this town, based on planning and everything, is Royal Gardens.
Yeah, but also when you say one of the best places, I think that has to do with your own interest. Everybody has an interest. So, and I will not want us to generalize it like it's the best place.
I didn't say, I said one of the best. When you take away proximity, take away the old island, I'm dealing in Ikoyi thing.
Yeah, but you don't, that's what
you just put the planning, put the estate name by name, facilities, maintenance, everything side by side. I'm sure we are better to tip a lot.
Yeah, but if you're not take proximity away from me, does it?
Again, every abukichi won't get to. It is dependent on what you want. Some people would rather live well than live in a popular place. I know. or not a few people.
Some people. So it's not having this discussion with you, Mr. Defoe, and to our listener out there, I think you are getting one of the things from this Winhouse real estate developer. He has been in the industry for quite some time and is doing well in the industry. One thing that developer will not tell you is location where you can get your property. And you can also see him making a case for an estate in like that. To say it's the one of the best estates you can stay in Lagos. So why don't you give it a try today? He's here and is ready to answer any of your real estate needs. And I'm very, very sure that you'll get the best from him. You know, as Shelter as Unity, we don't give you something that you not appreciate. We always want to stand with our objective and our vision. And here we are telling you that Mr. Deepo is the right answer to your real estate dream. He has a 2-bedroom, ongoing now at Lekki Spain 2. It's a 12 billion of 2-bedroom flats and is available for sale at 16 million naira. So you can patronize him, you can get any of these units for yourself, and will also be right available to guide you through this process. And you be rest assured that you are getting the best in the real estate markets. So thank you, Mr. Deepo, for having you.
Steve, it's been wonderful. I hope you bring me back.
Definitely.
All right, see you.
All right.